he again he's used this as his inspiration when painting. Now originally they thought this was Hercules because they thought that was a lion skin, but then they found out that it was panther skin. So this was actually Hercules' general who was injured, left behind on an island. He's trying to prop himself up on a lance or a spear. That's why he's in this position. Now Michelangelo was asked to fix it, put on some new legs, new upper body, new hands and arms, but he said no, it's beautiful, it's perfect the way it is. In fact, the man who sculpted this did better than nature itself. But someone did actually finish this. Does anyone know who it was? 1867, there was a French sculptor came in here, fell in love with this as well. Rodin. Thinker. Has anyone seen the Thinker? Have a look. It's in the same position. On Christmas Day, the year 800, and on this side is the Leo III. Ostia, which is a port outside of Rome, was being sacked by the Saracens. They were outnumbered, but a storm came through and destroyed the fleet, and the Pope is giving thanks. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go through this little tiny door. 150 feet high. Now, when you look around this basilica, it's sometimes hard to imagine just how big it is. It's kind of hard for the brain to just kind of sort it out. So I'll help you out a little bit. If you look up here, you see this figure with the flaming sword, and her foot is resting on a globe. If I was to stand on that globe and raise my hand above my head, I would basically just reach up to her knee. Now the blue lettering around the side here, that's more than 5 feet tall, and the gold area where the lettering is on is about 9 feet high. So you can just see how incredibly large this place is. Over here, behind the bulletproof glass, you're going to have a look at La Pietà, which is a piece done by Michelangelo. Now, it used to be out here. We could have seen it more closely, but in 1972, a mentally ill individual attacked it with a hammer, broke off a finger and an eyelid of Mary, and that's why it's now behind this glass. Now, Michelangelo did this when he was only 23 years old. He did this before he did the Sistine Chapel. Now, you can't quite see it, but she's a sash, and Michelangelo has signed this. It's the only thing that he ever signed. Basically, he came in here when it was being unveiled, and he heard that someone was saying that someone else did it. So in a fit of rage, he came back with candlelight, and he chipped in his name. He said Michelangelo made this, and he regretted it afterwards because he said he would never sign a piece, and of course he did sign this one. Now, when you're looking at what year did he do that? He did this, would have been 1497. When was this built? As you come in here, if you look over here at this bronze sculpture over here, this is the largest bronze sculpture ever sculpted. It is over 95 feet tall. Now when you describe this structure, the letter that you have to use the most is the letter B, because this is called the bronze Vatican, and it was built by 2 artists, Bernini and Borromini, and they did this in the Baroque period. Now the Pope that commissioned this came from the Barberini family. Now the symbol of the Barberini family was, of course, if you look up at the top there, it was the bumblebee. So we use the letter B a lot when we describe it. Now it's also, this is completely made of bronze. Now that's where we get the saying, what the barbarians didn't do to Rome, the Barberini did, because Bernini ran out of bronze, and they Barberini Pope told him to go down to the Pantheon and melt down the bronze that was on the ceiling so that he could finish this sculpture. Now, if you look above us, you're going to see the cupola, or the dome. This was, well, Michelangelo designed it. He only built up as far as the top of the windows, and then it was left for about almost 20 years unfinished. And then another artist finished it using his designs. Now again, when you're looking at it, it's very hard to think of just how big this is. But if you were to take this bronze balcony in here, you could basically stick it right in that little bit at the very top. Some of it would be sticking out, but the majority of it would be right at the top. You could also stick a 40-story building inside here. And also, if you wanted to keep her dry, torch and all, you could get the Statue of Liberty inside here. This is. Now, in order to keep this up there, you'll see that they have 4 large pillars holding the dome up there. Now Bernini, he carved out some niches, and in there they placed 4 saints, statues of 4 saints. Now the reason why they have these 4 saints is because they have the relics of these saints. Now that is where we get the difference.
Climbing the dome in St. Peter's here. We go all the way down. Woo. And it's massiveness. Marching along the top of St. Peter's, right? Got a bit of a hold up. There's Rome out there. The top of the basilica. Speaks for itself, huh? Some more view from the top of the basilica right here. We got a nice little design down there. Keep on keeping on. 551 steps to the top. Here we are on top of St. Peter's Basilica. Looking around it all around. Must be like a. Oh, down. Say, gotta get down. Oh, the bells are ringing. Here at the top of St. Peter's Basilica in Rome, Italy. Oh, we got a bunch of statues over here. The dome up there, that's where we just were. It's up there. Crowded. Dan and Vicky getting some pictures. Don't know what that says. Cool, cool. Onward and upward, right? Walking along this square in front of the Vatican, there's the obelisk Caligula brought back from Egypt. One of the few things that crazy bastard did good. Some fountains. Nice place. God's house, right? St. Peter, that guy was a good guy too, huh? Very hungry. Haven't eaten it yet today. But I think my body's getting used to it. I had a grip of pasta last night. So it was pretty great. Oh, the turnaround. There it is. St. Peter's. There's Dan taking a good picture. It's very nice. Very, very nice. The obelisk. Check it out.
Oh, you cut off the top.
Zoom in on that statue again. Not Vicky taking a picture. So when you stand on this spot, all the columns looks unified and singular. You can't see any columns behind that. Yeah, whatever the word is. My vocab's lacking right now, but can you see column behind that? Because I sure can't. But there are several, I assure you, as you've probably seen in the rest of the video. It's a good picture. Let's probably take some pictures. It's a nice place. Too bad the Pope's on vacation. He's missing out. Didn't they tell him I was coming to town? Oh, I got him on the video tip. Here at this fountain. Dan splashing around, rubbing his water.
Nice water.
Water's good. That's a universal